Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom, shalom. My screen is black. Oh, there we go. My screen is black. Right. Second. Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakadash, Brakathum, the abundance of my apostles, great millstone, and salutations to the occupant of the four corners of the earth who's pushing his truth in all sincerity, love, diligence, respect, fear, and trembling. As I Tazawam coming back with another genuine spirit of knowledge, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, and Yahushai is the name of the only begotten Son. And those are Hebrew names. All right. In the Hebrew, the name Yahweh, all right, who the word ignorantly calls God or the Most High, his true name is Yahweh, and that means he is or he to be. And only begotten Son, Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, his true name is Yahushai, and his name means he delivers or he saves, which is an omen nomen, because he's coming for the second coming, as the world says, the second coming of Christ, or the second coming of Yahushai. He's going to deliver and save his people. Okay? That's why we must call upon those names, pray to those names, believe in those names, get your experience in with those names, before that great day. Meaning you got to pray, whether you want wisdom, understanding of the scriptures, discipline, you call upon those names. All right? And the elect will be granted, those prayers, So no further ado, and we're definitely going to need prayer in these last days because it's approaching evil times, man. Okay? Evil times are approaching. In fact, let me move that out the way so you can see. I'm stumbling. This is not going to be too long, but I just wanted to speak on this cashless ... gradualism. Elder Yashawamba, all right, he had posted this, and it's a spirit because I was gonna as well post this up on my channel, but I seen he did, so I just thought through the spirit I'll make a response to this. Okay, and this is going into reverse ATM facilitate increasingly cashless society. Okay, and this is what Great Millstone has been speaking about for years, beginning with the apostles of Great Millstone. Okay, beginning with our apostles, they have been speaking about a cashless society. In fact, my very first time hearing cashless society was by the apostles. Okay, and we see that this devil is slowly bringing the world into that cashless society. Now they have ATMs, reversible ATMs, where you put money in and you get a debit card. Well, this is the gradualism of being not having cash in your pocket. This is the future. I got it on pause because I'm not sure you guys will hear it or not, but whatever. So I just got it, I got it on mute. But this is the future of the world, which is a cashless society, which is ultimately this is going to bring in the mark of the beast, which is what? The RFID chip. Okay, things are becoming digital. All right, we are in what is known as the fourth industrial revolution. Okay, which will be man and machinery or technology merged together. This is ultimately going to bring in the charagma. Okay, and they're doing it through what is known as gradualism. Okay, so we've been speaking about this is going to take place, and we see through the spirit, the water Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, that we have true teachers and leaders that taught us these things. And now we know that this is real, because the scripture, it says in Habakkuk, all right, Habakkuk 2:1, it says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. And the vision is talking about the prophecies. Okay, so we see that through this cashless society, this makeup of the cashless society, we see that it's slowly approaching to the C-hip, because overall they want to implant that digital device in you. Okay, so we see that slowly coming. Now the scripture speaks about Revelation, the 13th chapter, about buying and selling. Well, this is it. This is how it's going to be played out, by putting your hand to a machine and getting your payments paid off, you know. So we're here, you know. Real quick, it says, and the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Right? You're going to have the prophets that's going to understand the vision. In fact, the scripture says, let's get that in a blue letter. It say, what was it? Amos 3. It's Amos 3:7. It says, you know what? Let's start from 6. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall it be evil in the city, and the Lord Yahweh have not done it? Yeah, the trumpet is being blown by the way of the prophets. Cry out loud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet. The trumpet is the scriptures, okay? By the way of the prophets. We're blowing that trumpet. We're blowing a warning, okay, that sooner or later, this devil is going to come down, upon you, upon the world with great wrath. So we're blowing it in the city, and the people not be afraid. Well, the people aren't afraid, because we're telling you that this devil is going to formulate a caste society by way of his what is known as a machine state, through his events that he puts out in the world, like the C-19 pandemic. You see, and when remember when the C-19 came, that's when 80%, they said in 2022, 80% of the world went cashless, because they were saying that the coin is a coin shortage. Remember that? Remember the coin shortage? All right. Remember the coin shortage? Remember they were saying that the paper dollars was contaminated, so they had to burn them. Paper money shunned due to the coronavirus. This is March 20th, 2020. You see? So they're gradually getting you used to not having money in your pocket, but they use their machine state. All right. They use what is known as a machine state, which is events that they play out, live events that they play out to see the outcome so they can pass laws. Okay. So through the C-19, they said that the paper was contaminated. They said that it was a coin shortage due to the pandemic. Okay. And now we see the Fed now, all these things adding up to the C-hip. All roads lead to the C-hip. Okay. Let me go back to here real quick. It says, shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord Yahweh have not done it? Yeah, because evil is coming. All right. Because when he gets everybody geared, get their minds geared to getting that C-hip, for those that oppose it, guess what? It's gonna be a bad time for you. In fact, an Apocrypha says, feeding them into idols, what does it say? Madmen sparing none. You know, so they're gonna force it, and we're telling you that they're gonna force it. Amos 3:7. Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. So the prophets have the secrets on what's going to take place, which is the prophecies, the vision. That's why going back, it says, and the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. So we have the secrets. We have the understanding of these prophecies. Okay. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, right? Such as the sea hip. But at the end, it shall speak and not lie. Okay. Though it tarry, yeah, it's tarrying, right? Meaning it's not fully here, but we can see through gradualism that it's coming. See, we see through gradualism what Esau is doing, the wicked elite, the Illuminati. We see how they're transitioning this world into a digital, cashless, global society. Okay, this is what we've been speaking about, and it's here. So the water Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry, and we know that it's coming very, very quick upon us, because you have something called the Fed Now launch, which is gonna have digital transactions, man. All this goes into he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or their forehead. Okay, that you won't be able to buy or sell. That's what this thing is about. Buying and selling. That's the end all, be all. But there's certain other things within that charagma, the sea hip. But the main importance of it is buying and selling, because that's what the prophecy says. Okay, so check it. We got in July the launch for the Fed Now service. All right, this is the Federal Reserve announces July launch for the Fed Now service. Okay, so these are the steps. Okay, these are the steps to the chip. In fact, before I read that, I want to read gradualism. Gradual, having steps or ridges, from medieval Latin gradualis, from Latin graduus, a step climbed, a step towards something. You see? So the Fed Now Act that's going to be launched, and the Fed Now launch, this is a step to the sea hip. You see? This is what is known as a step. All right, give me 1 second. Okay, so let's read it. Let's read this. It says, a step towards something, a degree of something rising by stages. Okay, so we had the dollar, right? Then remember, it went from what are the stages? From the dollar to the debit card, to the savings card, to the plastic, and then they switched it. Then we have Cash App, Venmo, what else? Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, now it's something called the brother told me, the brother Yara in the camp, he had made mention of something at camp. It's something called, I believe it's something called Palm. Man, what the fuck is that called, man? I think one is called Amazon. I think Amazon Palm, maybe. Here we go, Amazon Palm, to buy food. Let's see. I'm just gonna click on the first one. See, this is gradualism. These are steps. Amazon's palm reading starts at the grocery store, but it could be so much bigger. See, Amazon 1 is about identity, not payments. It says, let me see. Here we go. It says earlier this week, Amazon unveiled Amazon One, new technology, right? We're coming up into the new digital age, the fourth industrial revolution, okay? The new technology for its Amazon Go stores that lets shoppers pay for their groceries by scanning the palm of their hand. By analyzing the shape of your hand and the unique configuration of veins under your skin. Yeah, the biometrics, which the C-hip has a lot to do with biotechnology. Amazon says its technology can verify your identity the same way facial recognition does. Yeah, total control, total access to your entire being, which all of that is going to be on the C-hip as well. But this is just, one thing. If anybody could name anything else who's looking aboard. So we got the Amazon Palm. There's many, it just kind of escapes my mind at the moment. So a degree of something rising by stages, meaning arranged by degrees, okay? Taking place by degrees. So Esau puts in certain steps so you can get used to it, get accustomed to it before he goes on with the Big Bang. And the Big Bang is the C-hip, okay? So let's go back. I looked it up in the GNT as well. I guess I can read it. It says, this is Habakkuk 2:1. This is in the GNT. It says, I will climb my watchtower and wait to see what the Lord will tell me to say and what answer he will give to my complaint. The Lord gave me this answer. Write down clearly on tables what I reveal to you so that it can be read at a glance. Put in writing, because it is not yet time for it to come true, but the time is coming quickly. And what I show you will come true. It may seem slow in coming, but wait for it. It will certainly take place and it will not be delayed. You see? So it's certainly going to take place, man. All right? What the scripture say? It says, whereunto I sent it. What is that precept? It says whereunto I sent it. I think it says whereunto I sent. If I got it right, I believe it's in Isaiah. Nope, it's not that. Let me think. Isaiah 55. Let's see if this is it. Okay, here we go. So Isaiah 55, and let's start from 10. It says, as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth in bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. Right. So basically, it's giving you could say the circle of life, so to speak. The rain cometh down, all right, from heaven, and the snow from the heaven, and returneth not thither. It goes to one place, but watereth the earth. Right. When the rain comes down, what does it does? It fertilizes the soil, the water, and bringeth it forth. Bring forth in bud. Yeah, the flowers and things of that nature begin to begin to bud. They begin to grow. Okay, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. So shall my word be that go forth out of my mouth, right, by the word of prophets. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereunto I sent it. Okay, I spelled whereunto wrong. Whereunto I sent it. Okay, So when the Lord gives the visions and gives that understanding to the prophets, we go out and speak on these things, and guess what? They come to pass. Have you ever heard of speaking things into existence? Well, that's what the prophets are doing. We're speaking the prophecies into existence. And that's why you can't say, you will never be able to say that Great Millstone have not spoken about these things, man. All right, we've been, hey, ever since I've been in the truth, you know, we countless of times of going over the charagma, finding out information, stigma, you know, going into the root words and watching for certain similar scenarios and cases with the C hip, which we see right now. We see it right now. Reverse ATMs, cash society. All right, Amazon, Amazon One. We see it. Okay, transitioning everything into it to be digital, because that chip is going to be powered by digital. Is going to be empowered by a digital base. That's why they want to insert it in you. All right, so we see it, man. You know, now we can fully understand what the precept means. Revelation 13 and 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. This is a part of that image. All right. This is a part of the image, because it's going to get you to go along with the current society, man. Okay. And that beast goes back to Rome. All right. That image is the new world order. That image is this new industrial revolution society, the new world order. You know, this is a part of it, and it's gonna keep going. It's gonna keep intensifying. You know, it's gonna not intensifying. It's gonna continue to reveal itself even more. That's what I meant to say. Okay. And this killed, which I believe Elder Yashawamba went into this first. That killed goes back to being cut off from society. Okay? Should be killed. Which is being separated from the society. To kill, to destroy, to kill, to put death, to slay, which that eventually is going to happen. Revelation, the 20th chapter, and the 4th verse. But let's see if I can find that etymology word for that. Here we go. I'll play the Greek. Apa, which means separation, of local separation. All right, departing, fleeing, of separation of apart from the whole. So you're going to be killed or separated from society. Remember the movie Demolition Man? All right, when those people came up from the sewers. All right, let's see if I can get that video. This is where it's going to lead to. We ain't lying to you people, you know. Let me see. Trying to think, what could I put in? I really can't think of what should I put in. Damn, I know the elder brother. He had just made mention of this video, maybe like 2 weeks ago. Well, it's a scene where, and I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm talking about. It's a scene where they was in the sewers or underground, and they came up and they raided the Taco Bell or something like that. They raided the Taco Bell, and then and then they took the food, and then they went back underneath the sewer. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna spend all day looking for that shit. Let's go back. Let's go back to Revelation 13. It says, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor. Charge this up. Okay, it looks like I'm back. Give me a second. All right, we back. Let me see. Is the computer is it clear? Can you hear me? Bob Kashaw, let me know if anyone can hear me and see the screen. Okay, it's on. All right, Salaki for that. So let's get back to the precept. It says, he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. That's the charagma. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right. This is the end all be all on why they're slowly taking away the money, taking away the dollar. All right. They're making everything digital. All right. So from the digital, they're going to put everything within that C hip. Okay. But they're slowly getting your minds geared to no money, digital transactions only, palm reading, biometrics, so on and so forth. That's the end all be all. So let me read this. This is the July launch for the FedNow service. It says Chicago, the Federal Reserve announced that the FedNow service will start operating in July and providing details on preparations for launch. The first week of April, the Federal Reserve will begin the formal certification of participants for launch of the service. Early adopters will complete a customer testing and certification program, Salakia, informed by feedback from the FedNow pilot program to prepare for sending live transactions through the system. It says certifications encompasses a comprehensive testing curriculum with defined expectations for operational readiness and network experience. In June, the Federal Reserve and certified participants will conduct production validation activities to confirm readiness for the July launch. We couldn't be more excited about the forthcoming FedNow launch, which will enable every participating financial institution, the smallest to the largest, from all corners of the country, to offer a modern instant payment solution, said Ken Montgomery, first vice president of the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston and FedNow program executive. With the launch drawing near, we urge financial institutions and their industry partners to move full steam ahead with preparations to join the FedNow service. Many early adopters have declared their intent to begin using the service in July, including a diverse mix of financial institutions of all sizes, the largest processors, and the U.S. Treasury. So everybody's getting geared up. Everybody's getting prepared for the modern instant payment solution. Okay? Everybody's getting geared for this. So we've done the lessons. We've done countless of videos showing the world what's going to take place. All right? So what we're at right now is that whether you believe it or whether you don't, whether you believe this thing or whether you don't believe it, we ain't forcing you to believe, man. We know this thing is true. We know this is about to happen. In fact, let's get that out of Ezekiel real quick, because you're gonna know that a prophet has been among you, because the things that we have been saying are actually coming true. Ezekiel, goodness gracious, here we go. Ezekiel 33, and then before I lose it, damn, I'm losing it. Here we go. Words. I believe it's in Samuel, that our words won't fall from the ground. Here we go. This is 1 Samuel 3:19. And Samuel grew, and the Lord Yahweh was with him, and did not let none of his words fall to the ground. And that's just like with the prophets of today. Okay, our words will not be in vain. Our words will not fall to the ground. Okay, they're gonna prosper whereunto the Lord sent it. So we speaking of a charagma, and we speaking of these caste societies. Well, guess what? These things are gonna come to pass. Okay, let's see what that says in the NLT. The words won't fall to the ground. It says that Samuel grew up, the Lord was with him, and everything Samuel said proved to be reliable. See, everything that we're saying is being proved to be reliable, man. Meaning it's true. It's certain, it's accurate. Okay? That's why the scripture says, blessed is the man that readeth. Okay? Why? Because that readeth is those that can distinguish, to discern. And we can give you forth the true understanding. See? So our words will be reliable. It's going to be proved to be reliable. All right? This is Ezekiel 33. In 30, it says, also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what it is, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord. Yeah, they on the comic boards, they come outside every so often, they add in, you know, they add in certain things that they didn't found out, talking the talk, but you're gonna find out Jake is a bunch of assholes. They just talk. They don't walk the walk. It says, and they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. See, they hear thy words, but they will not do them. You see, they're not preparing. You see, these other camps who doesn't subscribe to the MOTB being that CHIP, they hear the words of the prophets, they watch our videos, but they won't prepare their congregation, their flock. For with their mouth they shew much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that have a pleasant voice and can play well on the instrument, which is, the shows, the videos out in the highways and byways. They applaud and give a fist pump to what we saying, for they hear thy words, but they do them not. They're not preparing spiritually for this thing. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. Okay, and that's where it's going to be known, because in the last days you're going to see the prophets, the men of the Lord. They're going to be good. They're going to be straight. Not going to be wanting for nothing. Not going to be stressed out and bent up out of shape like the rest of the world. We're going to be walking through this like a breeze, man, because we told you what was going to take place. So they're going to know sooner or later that the prophets have been among them, beginning with your family, your friends, your associates, things that you've spoken to people about. They're going to know this is a man of the Lord. It's coming. All right. That's where that fame is going to come. Okay. That fame is going to come soon. All right. Because once they hit this CHIP, man, once they make it mandatory, and we getting close to it. All right. We're getting very close to it. Let me read this real quick. Reverse ATMs take bills, dispense cards as stores go cashless. Like I said, my first time hearing about a cashless society and the breaking down of it was by the apostles, man. They've been right. You got to give them their credit. Through the spirit of power, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, they've been right. As stores and restaurants attempt to go cashless, they're installing reverse ATMs that dispense store value cards in exchange for greenbacks. So it went from paper to plastic. Now it's going to be paper to plastic to digital. Okay? Why it matters. More businesses are eschewing cash. Right. They're separating from cash. Okay, that's what eschewing means. Just like where it says those that eschew, he said that Job, he eschewed evil or something like that, meaning he hated it, he separated himself from evil. It says more businesses eschewing cash, a trend accelerated by the pandemic. See, that was a part of their machine state. That was a part of the machine state. That C19 was a big event. That was a big planned event by the elites, because this is how they got the ball rolling. Okay. But states and cities are passing laws banning them from doing so. Satan's house being divided, because you're going to have some that don't want this to happen, because they understand that this is going to be a way of ultimate control. So you're going to have Esau fighting against it, but ultimately it's going to accomplish, because this is the will of the Heavenly Father. Indifference to people who don't have bank accounts or credit cards. Handling cash is also a hassle for retailers, with problems including theft and constant runs to the bank. And that's how they're gonna put it. You try to You're tired of your stores being robbed. You're tired of theft. You're tired of being, held at gunpoint. You know, well, we have a better solution for your problems. We're gonna go cashless. You see, then we're gonna have a even better solution, and that's gonna be the implementation of the Charagma. The driving the news. Reverse ATMs, also known as cash to card kiosks, are quickly being installed in all manner of venues that want to go cashless without flaunting the law or turning away the unbanked, who represent 4.5% of America's per the FDIC. Amusement parks, casinos, and sports stadiums are taking the lead. So everybody jumping on board. Reverse ATMs have been installed at most Major League Baseballs and National Football League ballparks, plus cashless interactions like Hershey Park, Six Flags, and many water parks. Cash digitization is the term that's catching on for converting cash to electronic currency. See? Which is increasingly necessary as transit systems and other public accommodations also go cashless. So, look, man, I ain't got to read too much of this. Y'all see what it is. Y'all know what it is, man. All right. The prophets have been right. The apostles of Great Millstone and those men the apostles of Great Millstone and the elder bishops of Connecticut. All right. And then those that have entered into other men's labors, we are 100% right about what's going to take place, man. Okay? So I'm going to end it off with this. I'm going to end it off with Revelation. Revelation 12 and 12. No, I didn't pass. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Yeah, who's the heavens that's rejoicing? The prophets. See? Because we see what's going to take place. We see the ending of this thing. Okay? That's what this is about. So we're rejoicing. Okay? We're rejoicing when we see things like this. Why? Because one step closer to the mark of the beast, one step closer to World War III, and one step closer to Yahweh Shai with the holy angels coming. These things must be fulfilled. Okay? Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And that great wrath is coming. Okay? It's coming. It's going to come into the form of what is known as Jacob's trouble. See? And as well as there's going to be trouble in all around the world. See? Having great wrath because he knows that he has but a short time. Like the scripture says, it's going to be madmen sparing none. And feeding you into idols. That's second Esdras. Okay? So, I guess that's pretty much it. Lord willing, is edifying. And I give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Hakudash, Bakathum. Double honor to my apostles, a great millstone, and salutations to the Akim on the four corners of the earth who's pushing this truth in all sincerity, love, diligence, respect, fear, and trembling. Abad Babal, stay prayed up, and keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Shalom.